Hey everybody, welcome back. I've got Dr. Rowdy Ferguson in here, and you know what? It's good to have you back.
Thank you, I appreciate
Tampa,
it.
Judo, right? So what's going on?
Man, everything is absolutely fantastic, man. We're coming to the end of the year, which is great. We got the Christmas parties that are happening inside the dojo. We have people going on vacation, and we're kind of ramping up, getting ready for January 2023.
Right.
We're getting ready for a huge competitive season.
Ooh.
So we're doing all the core foundational conditioning work to get the kids ready and some of our adults ready to start competing next year, especially at the national championships.
You mean national? See,
Yes, sir. Yes,
we're not
sir.
local. We're national.
National.
We're going national right out of the
Big time.
gate. Right out of the gate.
Big time.
So how do you get those guys ready?
Well,
I know because I was a fighter, but I want you to tell
But
everybody.
you know what? And a lot of things have changed since we were doing martial arts.
Yeah.
So we don't beat the body up as much anymore.
Oh.
So we use the Rogue Echo bike for conditioning instead of running. The air bike. We use we have sleds. The magnetic sleds, they have magnetic resistance, so I don't have to put a bunch of plates on. So we have sleds that they push.
Okay.
We use a trampoline. We use an upper body ergometer, and we do a lot of conditioning without beating up the body. We do a lot of throws on the dummy, a lot of drilling movements, and we just move. We get in shape metabolically. They don't take a lot of falls. They don't get hit. They don't. It's really it's a kinder, gentler form
that
of
is like
martial arts. It's nothing like we did before.
I mean, we could beat up. We would be sore and tore up
and
before
tore up
we're going in.
Yeah, before anything started. But now
Yeah.
you have to do things a little bit different to kind of preserve the body and the joints.
Yeah, it was always you got to practice your throws, your landings, and by the time I got to a tournament, I was like, I'm sore just from training.
Yeah, man. The kids that come in now, we don't even practice falls the first day. We don't.
Really?
They're on the dummy. They're working on biomotor skills. Unfortunately, we, in our age group, we came up doing Atari.
Yeah.
And we didn't know that that Atari movement was going to create a situation where children do not move, they do not run, they do not jump. Childhood obesity is a huge issue and a problem.
Ask about that. Yeah.
I have kids in my dojo who are diabetic, type 2.
Whoa.
Like, you have to understand how much sugar you have to take in from at the infant level to be a type 2 diabetic now, or to be pre-diabetic.
Right.
They're on a trajectory where they're not going to see the age of 70.
Mm-hmm.
What I do inside the dojo is I try to change the behavior. There's a mind-body connection.
Yes.
Sometimes you got to change the mind in order to change the body. Sometimes you got to start focusing on the body first in order to change the mind.
Right.
With children, you're not going to hit the children with some type of psychological mind screw. It's not going to happen. I don't care how much therapy they go to or how many times they talk. Even when they go to their therapist, it's still going to be behavioral what they do. Writing and doing actions and action items. And in the dojo, we work on movement and we work on discipline.
Yeah.
I had a long talk last night about
That's because that changes, and isn't it great when you do that? Now, you see that light bulb go off.
You see it go off.
Oh, they just got it.
They got it.
And changes their world.
You change your mind and you change your life.
Yep.
Now, we had a conversation last night about spankings last night. And I said, I can tell the children in here, and I said, I listed the kids in here who get spankings. And I said, I pointed out the kids who don't get spankings. And I said, here's how I know. I said, you have no bracketing for your behavior. You believe that you're going to staple down what you want to do and picture fit, and I'm going to acquiesce, and those things aren't going to happen here.
Right.
This is a disciplined environment. This is a dojo where you're going to learn that if you don't comply, then pain will ensue.
Right.
And it's not pain for me, it's pain in the process, because life provides pain to those individuals who do not comply.
Yep.
This is how I go. I don't make the rules, I live by them.
Right.
If you and I go on a ladder and we jump down instead of walking down the ladder, we're going to get what? Hurt.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the older you are, the less high you have to go, and you'll still receive a lot of pain.
That's right.
Because we don't expect you to be older and to be a fool. We expect you to be older and utilize wisdom.
Exactly.
So when they come into the dojo, I try to teach them the formula of time plus experience equals wisdom. You spend a lot of time in here, you get a lot of experience, you leave as a wiser individual.
Yep. So do you, because I'm coming from that world. So when you train the way you train and then you go to a tournament and they get that real hit for the first time, are they okay with it? Or do they go, oh.
No, okay. No.
Oh.
No, because we live in You and I came up during a time where we were introduced to the remote control.
Yep.
Once again, we did not realize.
Well, I was the remote control for a while.
I was too. I was the remote control too.
Right.
We did not realize that the introduction of the remote control and the engineering processes of making things a lot easier would create the conventional oven, the microwave, the blender,
the air fryer,
things that allow us to do things faster, but circumvent the process of suffering.
Right. Made us slower.
It's slow.
Heavier.
Exactly.
Not thinking as quick.
Not thinking as quick. And people don't realize that slow practice will get you there faster. The process of doing it slow gets you there faster because you understand deliberate practice. When we remove these steps from the process, we really hurt ourselves as human beings. Case in point, you and I, we suffer from being able to navigate and do directions.
That's correct.
Why? Because the hypothalamus in the brain allows you to understand navigation and direction. We use Google Maps, we use tablets, we use phones. If our phone dies and we're in our car, we panic.
Yeah,
you go,
I literally
you go to 7-Eleven. You got to go to 7-Eleven to get the cord.
Got to plug it in.
You got to plug it in because we don't have a sense of direction. When's the last time you went and got a map?
You're going to love this. Last week.
Well, praise the Lord, brother.
Yep.
That's good.
I literally went and got a map, my Mike, because I knew where I was going.
Because you know how to.
Oh, yeah.
Right, exactly. Yep. And these kids don't know how to navigate through difficulties. Right. And the unfortunate and fortunate part of the process is it's my job to do that. And I will say this. I've had parents come into my dojo and they sit down at the pre-meeting before they sign up and they always say to me, well, I want to go home and I want to talk to little Johnny or little Lisa and see how they like it. I hand the credit card back and I grab their hand and I shake their hand and I say, thank you so much. I said, this place is not for you. I said, because children don't make decisions in here, parents do.
Parents do.
Because they're not paying, you're paying. So the question is, do you want your child to be here? Because a day is going to come when they're not going to want to be here. And then what are we going to do then? Are we to let the child run the show? Right. If so, this is not the place for you. Take your child who is a whiner and leave. Last night I said the same thing. I said, if you have a problem, if you can't handle the practice, it's no problem. I don't want your money, I want your compliance. Right. The room and the community is more important than an individual.
That's correct.
And this is what we need to learn in society.
Yep. And if that's taught well, it goes out and next thing you know, people go, well, you changed, what's up? Well, you know.
Exactly. And it doesn't have anything to do about being harsh.
Nope.
At the end of the day, we all are supposed to live on a global team where citizenship is the goal.
Yep.
I don't care if you're independent, a Republican, a Democrat. Everybody wants people to breathe. Everybody wants people to live. Everybody wants people to love. Everybody wants this.
Absolutely.
So the question is, how do we move inside of a micro community in a dojo, develop an ethos where these people understand great citizenship and understand that sometimes I need to suffer for the benefit of the group.
So where do people find you?
I'm in Oldsmar, Florida. I'm in Oldsmar, Florida, 141 Stevens Avenue, Tampa, Florida, Judo and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I tell people all the time, it's not going to be fun, but I'm going to have a great time.
I'm going to have a... You know, I love it when you are on because you just solidify all the stuff that I keep telling my own kids and the kids around me. It's really great. Thank you for being on here.
No problem,
I do appreciate it. Hey, stick around. Now you can go get you some coffee, some wine. We don't judge. We got great more guests coming up. We'll be right back after these messages. Boom.